I'm nervous. It shouldn't be like this, man. It shouldn't be like this. On the 12th of last month, on the 12th of March, a man and his accomplice bottled me, proceeded to bottle me and stab me in the head. I've got no paperwork. The men keep breaching their bail conditions. On last Wednesday, on the 4th, on the 24th of March, I was threatened by the same man that bottled me. He threatened me again to bottle me, and then I was arrested for Section 5 public order offence. The street wardens that witnessed him threaten me said that I was causing a nuisance in town. So I'm on bail now till August for being threatened with a bottle by the same man that has already bottled me. So instead of the man getting arrested for breaching his bail conditions, I got arrested, which is shocking. So I've got to film this. Oh, it's short. Is it locked?
Yeah, sure.
Why? Oh, Friday, innit? Is there some? Are you dealing with this lady?
Yeah,
I was threatened with a bottle last Wednesday, and I'm on bail by the guy that threatened me with a bottle is on bail for bottling me, yeah. And then he wasn't arrested for breaching his bail, but I was arrested, held for 30 hours, and then bailed from the court till August for being threatened by the guy that bottled me, that breached his bail condition. So I need to get to the bottom of it, because my mental health is going through the roof, my friend, you know, and it's not fair that I'm going through this. I mean, I'm nervous just to come here, you know, just to come here and do this. I'm nervous, and I shouldn't have to be, because yesterday I walked through town and the same people that bottled me are sat under the CCTV, and I know them to be spy stealers, and they're attacking me just because I'm filming the homeless. Saying how come people are being threatened with £20,000 fines when people are being left on the street dying. So I've been Philip. The surname that is annexed to me is Hartley. Yeah.
I'll have a look. If I find something.
Yeah, because I've not had no paperwork. I've not been on any line-up. I don't. You know, this is the third attack I've had. 2 have been with knuckle dusters, and now this is with a bottle, and it's causing me physical harm and loss and injury, mate. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Cheers, mate. God bless. It's got to be done, man. It's got to be done. I've got to come here and do this, because they're just leaving people on the streets, leaving people begging off pensioners, and attacking any man that stands up against that. I shouldn't have to come here. I shouldn't have to come here and chase up a report or an investigation when I've got hard evidence, video evidence. They're just refusing to process it, because these 2 lads are going to sing like canaries about what's really going off on the streets and who really put them up to bottling me and hitting, and they hit me with a bladed article on the head. And that were on 12th for last month, and nothing's been done about it. When I walk through town to try and make money to survive and live, I'm seeing people dying on the street of addiction, begging for money for drugs, and I'm seeing the same dealers dotting about the town. And then I see my friends getting threatened with £20,000 fines if they dare open up the business. But yet, addicted souls are being left rotting on our streets. And the Lord's given me this power today to come here and do this, you know. I've been sat reading scripture, and I've just thought, well, it's Easter. It's the time of the Passover, so it's, you know. So I've took the power. I've took the strength from coming here to try and get something sorted about it. Because it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Why can't if I walk full time, if I see people begging, I'm going to try and sell my stickers, obviously. Because my money's for bills, for rent, for my food, to help charity. Not to give to some scumbag spice dealer. Last year they kidnapped me and put me in prison, in Hull prison. a British Transport police officer attacked me, CS gassed me. I've got that on video as well. And they said that he said that I attacked him. Lies, and they're just getting off the street towards Christmas. Do you know what I mean? It's short at the moment because of Easter holidays. So, just at Doncaster police station chasing up why people can walk around freely and bottle people and knife people, stab people with bladed articles. But I've had 2 letters through post from this police force saying I can't go and sell my stickers on the street. But when I walk through the streets, I see people dying, really dying, may I add. Not coughing, not spluttering, they're sat in the dirt, they're sat in the scud. And they've got their hand out saying that these councils are doing them a hard time. So they sit and ask for money off people that are really struggling to pay their bills, struggling to feed. 80%, 85% of the people out there sitting begging, right, have got the bills paid for them, the rent's paid for them, the food's given to them through food banks, they live in hostels, they've got roofs, and they're begging off people on £10 a day, £15 a day, pensioners. I just don't agree with that, man. Right? There's no need to beg it. You can sell stickers. You can go to a quid shop and you can buy a pack of stickers. It's got about 400 stickers in it, little love art ones and that, and you could sell them for 20p, 50p. People are getting a product. You're earning legitimate money. You know. You've got to try and think of the big picture, yeah. Try and think of the big picture. If people are sat begging, then no one's nicking from corporates, so the security firms don't have to do nothing. Their job's easy. It's walk around. They don't have to chase people through town that have just nicked a Lynx. Isn't it funny that though? Oh, they're jumping on people. They jump on people that nick a pound Lynx from a quid shop, but yet they're leaving people claiming that they're hard done by and taking money off really vulnerable people, really struggling people. I'm not against homeless, man. I used to be homeless. I am so grateful the Lord keeps me clean and I keep myself clean, because today I'd have so many people around me trying to kill me. I'd have no chance of living. I'd have absolutely no chance of living because there'd be no one around me loving me. I was lucky enough, I was fortunate enough to be in Newcastle when I was lost in addiction, where the main funding for rehab and detox comes from. So I was very lucky to have people around me that actually loved me and respected me, you know. These people on these streets are being used. They're used in every way, shape and form through their legal name. So now they're also being used as vacuums to suck money off your nana and off people that are struggling at the hands of this government. So I answer to God, not Gov. And Gov answers to God, believe it or not, but they've got us all tricked. A man in a courtroom, a judge for instance, a Crown Prosecution Service, in a courtroom, alright? They are a representative, they're a spokesman for another corporation, a corporation called the Crown. Legislation can only sue and be sued by corporate names, that's a fact. So when you're in a courtroom, a representative of the Crown that's speaking for the Crown, a corporate, must need you to be the man to act and perform as a representative for another Crown-owned name, a surname annexed to you at your birth. Not your birth, annexed to you through your birth certificate, because you weren't birthed. You, a man, were born. Only the person, only your mister that's annexed to you, the fiction that you claim to be, was birthed. And this is why they hate me. This is why they don't want me telling you this stuff, because once you realise this stuff and you can, well, stand in your real name, your Christ name, my name, I'm a man. I am a man called Philip. Annexed to me as a corporation, signified on my birth certificate in all caps, in dog Latin, called Hartley. Anytime representatives of the Crown want to deal with me, they mislead me to act and perform, like I'm on stage, as a representative for that Crown-owned name. Otherwise their legislation cannot stand, because I've just said to you, legislation only applies, legislation can only sue and be sued by a corporate name, and that is a fact. So they must, when they stop you in the street and they say, what's your name and date of birth, and you say, I'm Mr. So-and-so, they must be misleading you to act as a corporation, as a representative for a corporation. They must be. Otherwise, it's not work. If you've got to understand this other thing, right? If you walk into a courtroom, which is an indoor fucking pirate ship, if you step off land onto their ship, into their world, but you stand as a man, everyone else in that room is a performing actor. They're performing. If you're stood there as a man, God created man, man created service positions, police, magistrates, judges. So if you're stood as a man and they're all acting, performing, like circus clowns, you're the most authoritative figure there, in your divine right as God's child. So I've come here for remedy, because I'm sick of this. I'm sick of these people taking the absolute PISS, thinking that they're clever. And to me, all I see them as is pirates. I've got respect for community bobbies, police that walk around speaking to the community, trying to build up community bonds. But I've got no respect for corporate following, mindless corporate dogs. I've got no respect for them. When the Nuremberg trials hit again, which they are going to, there's going to be no excuse I was only following orders. There's going to be none, because there's people like me and thousands others telling you what you're doing is unlawful. In the eyes of God, it's unlawful. It's demonic, satanic. You're operating a satanic doctrine upon us, the people, representing a crown corporation. In the second commandment, you will have no graven image and you will not bow down to it. So why would I allow a corporation called the Crown trick me into acting and performing, which is a direct breach of the second commandment? Their man-made laws and rules do not supersede God's commandments. Do not forget this, my friends, because it's all a charade, it's all a facade, it's all a show for you. And you're the leading star. I don't know how these people get this uniform on in the morning and come into work and come and plunder. If you don't know what you're doing, then fair dues. But you forgive them for they know not what they do. But for them ones that do know what you're doing, we're at that fork in the road. You're for us or you're for Crown. If we could just educate people on the real law, and educate people on the difference between person and man. I used to walk around acting and performing in person because I was clueless to the fact that I was being frauded by what we call the state, the Crown, another corporation using me for commerce. That's it. And I don't stand for that, and you shouldn't either. And they do it with family law. Family law is one of the biggest earners on them, because they can keep a narcissist fighting an empath and keep raking money out and tricking you to act as representatives for your Crown-owned corporate, so they can keep pillaging and rinsing your God-given equity, the equity that God gave you for winning that race in the womb. Because I'm a winner, you're a winner, we all won a race. To allow another winner to stand between you and your God-given rights is insanity, my friends. I don't look like I'm getting anywhere with these. You know, they want to push it under the carpet, because why address it? Think about it. A man bottles me, he then threatens me in town 2 weeks later, and then I get arrested for it. I get arrested for him threatening me. Even though he's breached his bail conditions, I'm arrested. They're protecting something in the town, and I wonder what it could be. I know what it is. I've been telling you for years, mate. For years. I've been telling you for years. Don't look like they're going to come and assist me, which I didn't hold my breath for. I just come in the power of the Lord, because it's the season, isn't it? It's the timing, planetary alignments and all that jazz. I don't understand. I have to film for my protection, because these people here, they do nothing but lie to me. They lie to me, they degrade me, they belittle me, they throw me in cells and just leave me to rot, even though I'm an innocent man. And they allow spice dealers to roam free in the town, threatening people with bottles. Don't look like they're coming out, does it? I've tried ringing 101. I've tried chasing it up, but like the other attacks that I've had my face shattered with a knuckle duster when I did the DSV Community Hub. The DSV Community Hub was a cafe that did £1 breakfast. So I created a token system, and I used to buy tokens off the cafe and give them to people. And when they went shopping and that, and saw someone in the street, they used to go, "Here's a token." If they were asking for, for that token, you could swap it for food and beverage. Now that was a detriment. That was a massive impact on this spice trade, because spice is trichine mesylate. It's the cheapest drug out there, the most easy to shift, the most easy to smuggle into prisons. It's odourless. Prison dogs are not trained to smell it. Drugs dogs are not trained to smell it. It's called fish tranquilizer. I've been screaming about this for years, mate. People are really dying on our streets, but you don't want to know about that. You just walk past them, you put your mask on, and you just walk past them people sat in the street. You just walk past them. You don't even acknowledge it. You don't even acknowledge the fact that they're sat in the dirt with no bank account. So they must have some sort of immunity, because they've got no bank account and they can't be fined. Don't forget, these people here cannot fine any man or woman. They can only trick people to act as a representative for the Crown-owned corporate name, and trick them into contract, to invite them into contract, a special invitation. Once you sign that dotted line, as that Mr. or Mrs., as a representative for that corporate entity, you give these people joinder and jurisdiction over you and authority, and you consent to a charge. Do you know what I mean? You consent to it. I've got to make noise, haven't I? I can't just sit there. They want me to be scared. You've got to understand. They want me at home terrified. Yeah? They want me at home terrified with the little divvy things that they're doing. Like, it does not scare me. None of it scares me. You've got to understand. I only fear the Lord. That is it. I don't fear any man on this realm. Only the Lord. That is all I fear, mate. That is all I fear. It don't look like they're coming out, does it? Leave me stood here for an hour. They'll leave me stood here, ring as many of their little runners and idiots they can, and probably get them to surround me, and I'll get them to turn up and that, or wait till they're ready, then they'll deal with me, and then probably say, I've been waiting. I'm at the point now where these aren't doing the job, so I've got to take the law into my own hands. So you come at me. I'll defend myself. If my life's at risk, I'm going to defend myself, and it's my God-given right to. Alright? Start telling the truth and stop twisting everything. Ellen, I don't even know what you're talking about. What? Chocolates? Look, you're just pathetic, mate. You're pathetic, Ellen. Ellen, you're pathetic, mate. You're pathetic. He messed up in head with drugs. Yeah, I'm messed. So he doesn't deserve help, does he? Listen, mate, I'm a crank. Yeah, I'm a crank and that. You can call me all names under the sun, mate. These are cranks, not me. These are the people tricking the public. They're the people tricking the public, mate. I'm here exposing their scam. Simple as, and this happened, mate. This happened. You want me scared and not go into town and that, and I'm not scared. You're all a bunch of losers. You're a bunch of spice selling losers. Listen, telling me, you bitching and whinging about me being outside, right, not wearing a mask, while you pass your tenner to your mate, while you sniff a line each. You dossers. Shut up, man. Get a grip, you absolute losers. Absolute losers. God ain't real. You've just said that to me, right, on a certain minute, past a certain hour, on the second day of the 4th month, 2021 years since, something that you say don't exist, but yet you're gauging time. You're gauging time itself from the Lord Jesus Christ, mate. Hello.
Right, Philip. Officer in charge.
You alright, brother? So I don't mean to give you any shit. Alright, I promise you. I'm here as an honourable man with clean hands, with 100% respect for good officers.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what's happening.
Thank you, sir.
Officer in charge, BC Hutchinson.
No, it's been changed to Wyatt now. Oh no, he's dealing with a different one, isn't it?
Yeah, on our system is still Hutchinson. He's on nights, he's still got loads of inquiries left to do, but other lad, he's on bail. He's currently on bail for it.
There's 2 lads on bail, isn't
So
there?
I don't know if there's any conditions though, I'm not to contact you about. But
well, what I don't get, mate, is that when I walked through town the other day, right, the lad threatened me with a bottle, right?
Again?
And the same lad, threatened me with a bottle. I tried to report it, mate. There was 2 red coats from the council there, my friend, and they rang the police and said I was causing the scene. Told the dealer, oh, just ignore Phil, ignore him, and told me, had to go at me for swearing because I dared swear at him, saying he's just fucking threatened me again. You know what I mean? And they for some reason are protecting him. So I got arrested and I'm held in your cells for 30 hours. And then I'm in front of some judge called Judge Young. They're doing a transaction. I'm now on bail until August, mate. Right. For being threatened by the man that bottled me. This is what I'm trying to get to the bottom of. I don't get that.
I think you're on bail through court.
I'm not on bail. The name is on bail.
Through court.
But for being threatened.
But
it's not a public order offence. He threatened me with a bottle. That's what I'm trying to say, mate.
Did you give that defence in?
I said that in the. It's all on trial. So now I wasn't interviewed, fingerprinted, photographed, or anything. There was no due process. I was just held in a cell, then put in front of a judge, and then I was allegedly bailed until the 11th of August. So I'm on bail for being threatened by the man that bottled me. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? That's where I'm confused because. How can I be on
police bail, boy? It's court bail.
It's court, but there's court bail then.
Which is completely different.
But it's still, mate. I was arrested for being threatened with a bottle.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. How stupid that sounds. I was walking through the town.
I can't count for that officer's actions who arrested you.
And obviously, I'm on trial now. It's 7:02 it was. I'm on trial now. So them 2 redcoats are going to stand in court and lie. Well, they're going to have to lie if they want to stick up to what they're saying. But I've got it on video. I have video evidence, you know. I had video evidence, but the sergeant here, when I was arrested, refused to view it before they put me in front of the court. So there was no, because that's a solicitor. That's being represented, mate. I was presenting myself, so I should have access to all the paperwork because I'm litigating self.
We need to try and contact 702 then about it because obviously you've been charged, you've gone to court. I can't really.
I didn't get charged. I've not signed any paperwork. I've not consented to nothing, mate. I've not consented. I stood in court as a man, and the woman, the judge recognised me as a man, but twisted it and said you are an individual being charged. It wasn't me. It's not me. It wasn't me being charged at all. It was my name. But what I'm trying to get to the bottom of me is because the confusion. You got to understand the confusion. So a man bottles me and does that to my head, yeah. It weren't just a little tap.
Which was still a new investigation.
Right, yeah. So and then the same guy that done it threatened me again with the bottle, and then the police turned up. Your colleague turned up and arrested me. He didn't even read an arrest or anything. Just grabbed me off the street, kidnapped me, and took me and threw me in a cell. That's all that happened, mate. Right. And I need to get to the bottom of it because it's not correct, is it? It's not correct that you can't get.
I can't answer that.
So what you're saying is people who go to town are at risk of getting bottled and then not having anything done for it, and if they go back to town, they can get threatened again. So they have got more risk of that than COVID, haven't they? Well, they have really, haven't they? Because I don't find anyone coughing and spluttering. I find people in the street dying of addiction, mate. And I'm just trying to get awareness of it.
What I'll do, I'll get 702 to ring you and explain reasonings why you were arrested. You should have been told this.
I didn't get told nothing. They told me nothing. They told me Jack. They just they threw me in a cell, put me in a mockery like it was like a circus show. My voice were a bit gone, but they reckon they've bailed me. They reckon I'm bailed. But this is what I'm saying, man. How can I be on bail for getting threatened by the guy that bottled me? That's all I'm trying to get to the bottom of. Because people in this town need to know that they're safe, don't they? They need to know that when they come to town. Well, are they? You've just told me that. You've just told me there's nothing you can do. It's court bail. That's what you're doing, you're passing blame, mate. You just say it's court bail. You just say it's court bail, you're on court bail.
I don't know the circumstances.
I wasn't arrested, I was just grabbed. I was just grabbed.
I'll get 702 to contact you.
Yeah.
System.
Yeah. Why didn't they arrest the man that was committing a real offence and breaching his bail?
Well, I don't know. So I'm there, were I?
No, I know you weren't, mate.
I'll get 702 to ring you anyway.
So that's just a futile effort of coming in again. Just exactly what I get told. We'll ring you. I've got no paperwork or nothing, bro.
I don't know.
You don't know much. God bless you. Have a good day, yeah? Thank you, mate. Peace. Fucking absolute joke, mate. That's your name, so that's you as the person. Lorraine, you ain't got a clue, mate. You have not got a clue what you're talking about. A person is birthed, yeah? Signified on your birth certificate, in all caps, in dog Latin, which is a spurious in nature language, if you take a look at it, alright? Take a look at it. Then you've got also your name. You've got your name and your surname. So you've got two names on your birth certificate. One's in English and one's in dog Latin. And I am not the dog Latin name, mate. Another useless pig. James, he's not a pig, mate. He's not a pig, man. He's just a man blindly following orders, thinking he's doing a good job for the people when he's not. He's not. He's pillaging the people for the crown. But you don't realise that. When people don't want to admit things, it's easier to fucking just stay ignorant than it is to admit they've been fooled. Isn't it? So there you go. You've got more risk of I personally have more risk of getting bottled. Prod, Sully, think, Dean needs a dictionary for Easter, Sully, tunt. Mate, you are, look, so Lorraine, you're here just to give me shit, ain't you? What a dosser. So goodbye. Do you know what I mean? I don't need people like that in my existence, in my experience in life. I'm not going to stop smiling. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. I'll walk through the town with my chest up and my head held high, mate. Because everything I do with pride. Absolute pride. Start telling the truth and stop twisting everything. You were refused, you were asked. I wasn't, nothing to do with chocolates, mate. You absolute dosser. You're an absolute dosser. Look at you sticking up for spice, mate. What are you sticking up for? Wrong, Doncaster has gotten worse, full of them, can't even walk in town. You know it. You know Elizabeth, my friend. You know Elizabeth, my friend. And I've been making noise about this for ages. I can't like your comment, my friend. Can't like your comment. You're not clean. You use cannabis. Helen, cannabis is a God-given. It grows from the ground, and I have an endocannabinoid system in my body that's there to take in CBD, that's there to take in cannabis molecules, and to build the building blocks of life. And if you don't think my fitness is a direct evidence of what I do, then that's fine. You do what you want, mate. I stick with my fitness program. You can stick with sitting on your ass, watching your TV, filling your body full of processed crap, mate. No problem. No problem. So glad you know your stuff, mate. Lisa, I've got to try and keep fighting, mate, because they want me scared. They want me scared. They've done daft little things. Threw scaffolding around my fucking house thinking that's going to fucking scare me. What the actual fuck is wrong with these morons in this town? What is wrong with them? What is wrong with them? They're lost, mate. They're lost souls, mate. They're lost souls, and they think that they've concentrated that much on money. They think that there's a way back. You can repent. You can repent, mate. Simple as you can repent. All it does is takes you to drop to your knees and open up your heart to the Lord. I mean, I've been saved, man. I'm a born again Christian. I'm reborn, mate. I'm reborn in Christ's name. I used to walk around saying I were a dead entity, a Mr. Hartley. I used to go around acting, performing in person. I used to be a performer, an actor. Now I'm not, because I know I'm not. I don't have to. I'm not obliged to act. I'm not obliged to perform in person for this legal construct that's built around me. This legal world that's built within the real world. It's just all a fiction, fictitious bullshit world that's just there to make commerce. You've just heard a police overseer say that there's nothing he can do. So I am at risk more of getting bottled, obviously, knuckle dusted, than I am of catching a cold. People don't like me talking the truth out there, mate. They don't want you knowing that your nanny's getting swindled. Think about it, man. If you've got streets and you've got control of the dealers and control of the addicts, and you're making a nice pretty penny, and this man turns up preaching God and threatens that, you're going to get upset, aren't you? Bless them. This is all I have to do for my revenge. A video and smile and show, look, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of you. I know, mate, it was down our town literally. It's every town. It's which church do you attend? The real Church of Jesus Christ, Dominic. It's within my heart. That's where the real Church of Jesus Christ is. No building of bricks and mortar. You don't need a pastor, an imam, a rabbi. You just need to fucking open up. That's it. You don't need to be guided to divinity, to the divine. You don't need to be shown, you don't need to be like, you know what I mean? You just open up your heart and you search him and he'll find you. It's that simple. It takes a while. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't not happen overnight. It takes a good couple of years to really, really open up, and the people that you meet. Good evening. Here's the 6 o'clock news. And here's what we want you to think. Know what I mean? I'm one-man bandstand, promoter, self-promoted. I don't rely on anything else other than me. I get some help with my rent because I don't make enough at the moment. But because I've got people constantly trying to stop me earning, and then people bitching that I'm not earning. People saying, get a job and that, but when I'm out there trying to earn, they're bitching and whinging. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter if I'm cleaning windows, sweeping, cleaning gardens, gardening, heavy lifting, manual labour. There's a guy that does the cage steel, and I set up the cage. I like to set up the cage for him. I do that. I like doing that. I sell stickers. I create jumpers. I create leaflets. I do leafleting. I promote fitness, health regime. I was speaking to a guy earlier about some honey. I bought some honey, 16 quid for my honey. He's like, fucking 16 quid. And I bought some other honey, which were a fiver. And he's like, yeah, 20 quid on that. I was like, well, yeah, 10 years ago I would have spent that on a rock. So I spend it now on my health, which will last me 3 weeks. But like I said, I'm so glad that I am not lost in addiction today. Because if I was, I'd be dead. Because there's too many people, way too many people out there trying to kill me. There'll be way too many people trying to kill me. It's not about going to church. God is with you. Lisa, you know that. The real church of Jesus Christ is in your own heart. It's in your heart, mate. It's in your heart. And I get arseholes on here giving me shit and that. That's fine. Cannabis is good for some people. You're so brainwashed. Listen, Lisa, it's not just good for some people, mate. It's not just good for some people. You've got an endocannabinoid system within your body, so your body is built to take in CBD and take in cannabis, take in THC for health, for your health, for the building blocks of health. I wouldn't take it if it was detrimental to my health, because I don't want to be unhealthy. I want to be super fit. I can now run 2 miles flat out because I've trained my body and I listen to real health advice and not government health advice, which is run to doctors, go to chemists, take drugs. Everything that a drug can do for you, you can find on concrete by running or walking, just getting your blood flowing, getting your blood oxygenated, getting your heart beating. Everything. And my main problem is my mental health, my friends. You're not clean, you use cannabis. I'm fucking off their heads, man. Can't believe that. Can't believe there's people that actually look at cannabis as a drug. You know, absolute mental, mate. If you read Genesis chapter 1, just read Genesis chapter 1. Yeah? Feel free to. If you notice, the main drugs that are really bad for people are processed by man. They've been processed and tainted by man. Cocaine, heroin. Refined, it's refined. Opium on its own is actually the healing properties of opium, which is what heroin's derived from, is absolutely amazing. Same as the healing properties of the cocoa plant, the leaf. But once it's messed about and tainted by man, once God's creation is fucked about with like man, just like the vaccinations, that's when things start fucking up. Evil is at play in this world today, my friends, right? You need to take a chat. You need to stand and take a side now. You need to choose. Are you for good or are you for bad? Are you for evil or are you for good? Are you for love or evil? Are you for light or dark? This is a very dark world we're living in. If you can't see it, I can see the plant life dying. I can see rot and death just taking over everything. Maybe it's because I'm tuned into nature and I notice it a lot more. I don't know. If it's not as well, why do you get locked up for it, you empty head? Monique, so just explain to me, so what about the people making billions of dollars in USA where it is legal? Don't forget it was once legal to own a slave, Monique. Was that right, my friend? Because that's your daft, twisted TV head logic, innit? Oh, well, government said it's alright, so it's alright. It was once legal to own a slave. It was not right though, was it? It was illegal to have cannabis in America about 10 years ago, wasn't it? But now it's legal. So were it wrong then, but right now, what? Huh? Who give the government authority over your life? Only authority over you is God, not gov. God. It's the only thing that has authority over you. We are all created equal in God's eyes. So what man, how does any man in this realm have authority over you? If God made us all equal, and then man, so God created man, and then man created service positions, police, armies, magistrates, yeah? So, if he who creates owns, man's the boss of the police, isn't they? The police work for us, men, not the crown. This is where we've got mixed up. They took an oath to protect us, but instead they're representing and protect the crown and crown interests, and turn up at your house with bailiffs and steal your cars, take your children off you, crushing you, forcing you into debt, telling you can't work but leaving addicts on the street. However, think about it. It's not rocket science. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. You're being duped. You're being hoodwinked. Yes, Aaron. So it's all God's fault, the wanker. I don't know how it's God's fault, mate, and God's not a wanker, mate. He won't forget about you. That's the beautiful thing, mate. You can forget about him, slate him, slander him, put him down and just ridicule it and that. But he will not forget about you, ever, no matter what. No matter what. And that's the beauty of the Lord. Anyway, I'm going to sign off, yeah? At least the divvies have stopped fucking commenting. I'm sorry, I'm not talking to you, Monique, yeah? Because you haven't been nasty. You haven't been nasty. I'm happy to speak to people and debate with people on an intelligent level. When they come in, you're just a dickhead, oh, this. You know, it's like, ta-ra, mate, you know what I mean? I don't need you in me. You're a crackhead. I'm a crackhead. Calling me a crackhead and that. Dean replied to Monique, you're a crackhead. Who's a crackhead? Monique, I hope you're not a crackhead, mate. And if you are, there is support out there, my friend. I don't think you are, anyway, from what people are saying. But guys, please, don't come on here and give each other shit and that, yeah? This is not what I'm about, man. I'm about uniting us. Brendan Clay Crank. You are the number one crank, Brendan. You are the number one crank, mate. You're the one that laughed on my Instagram the other day, ain't you? Obviously, you're involved, so thanks for highlighting your name, bro. Goodbye. God bless. And that's him gone. Do you know what I mean? Good luck, lad. You're a good, decent... I don't try and be... I'm not here to make friends, mate. I'm not here to make friends or nothing. Glad your stamina has gone. Yeah, I am. I am. I'm glad it's gone, mate. Because I was shitting my pants, mate. I was shitting my pants. I took a good clonk on head with a bottle and a stabbing head with a bladed article. And I was shitting my pants because I started stuttering, right? It was really bad for a full day, and then it like eased off a bit, and then it come back a little bit, and it was like it were here and there. And when I researched it, it was traumatic stress, something caused by something stress, and maybe a bit of nerve damage. You know, I did get stabbed at the end on my nerve endings, mate. I got stabbed on my nerve endings, So I mean, this town is absolutely broken. It's absolutely broken. Bless it. People that try their best to help it get ridiculed and slandered and talk shit. People talk shit about them and that. You know, what has come into fruition out of anything they've ever said? If you think I'm ripping off Cancer Research UK, give them a ring. Say, do you know this guy with stickers and that? They'll say, yeah. We want him to give us money. They're not going to tell me to stop giving them money, are they? End of the day, I'm earning my own money and giving them half of it. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Idiots, man, absolute idiots. I don't walk around saying these are for this charity. I say I sell these stickers for me. I'm gonna give 50% to charity. Would you like to buy some? If you'd like to buy some, inbox me, guys. Where's your stutter gone? I've just explained about that. Ellen Saxton, someone I've got blocked off my personal feed because no but jealousy. She were a spy, mate. She were a spy. She were doing no but othering. Jealousy, horrible, evilness. I don't need that in my life, mate. You go and live your way. You go and be miserable on your own. Ta-ra, blocked. You know what I mean? Simple as, man. Why do I need these bad, low vibrational frequencies? In bold. Wow, Dosser, you... Oh, no, here we go. Do you know what he mean, think Fuka? Monique, I'm signing you off, mate. Goodbye. Yeah, because she probably is a crackhead. This is what I mean, people that are druggies. This is what I mean, I've got druggies coming on and giving me shit. I want you clean. I want you healthy. I want you well. I want you able to run a mile without breaking a sweat. I want you to eat good seeds and grain. I want you to do good positive things in your life, and I want you to fill your day and your life full of positivity. This is how I deal with what I'm going through with this on this page, parental alienation. You know, simple as. And I'm proving. This is what people are getting angry about. I'm proving. They're gutted that they've got nothing to lie about. You know, when some Burke makes up a load of there's a man called Darren who purports to act in person as a Mr. Burke, who represents a media corporation called Doncaster Free Press. And he's been attempting to bully me since last May, just making up stories in the Free Press, and every single story I've shown up and just shown with my actions, well, they are. And I've just proved he's an absolute liar. And last week, I got arrested for being threatened with a bottle. Look, and this is why they're getting bitch on. This is why they're getting the arse on. They're getting the arse on. I got threatened with a bottle last week, right? And by some real crank, who's used, just a manipulated poor dosser that's used by these corrupt scumbags that work in services and work in trusted positions. They're just corrupt scumbags, mate. And they've tried the best to silence me. Last year, my cousin got out of prison. They put him round corner from me. And they put grands through my hands. Mate. My cousin's an ex-crackhead. And their plan was for me to end up back on drugs. They've tried to do it again recently with a lass called Sharon. Bless. I just tried to help her. Best I could. You know what I mean? You didn't get stabbed. Oh, here we go. Carla Marie Fletcher, the absolute freak. This woman here is one of my worst stalkers. She's been stalking me pages. She messages people that like me pages. She's a proper weirdo. She got involved with me in 2016, gave me some socks and some gloves that I gave to the homeless because I'd helped out at Leeds Tent City. And now she's here, look, because she can't help herself, because she's a dark entity. Do you know what I mean? You didn't get stabbed, you made the stutter up. No one is jealous of a scammer on the coke and heroin. Any man could just come see me with a drugs test, please. Yeah, I live at 7 Christchurch Road in Doncaster, DM1 2QF. I live in flat 5. Yeah? I live in flat 5. There's some scaffolding up. You could probably make it to my window. You know what I mean? But I did get stabbed. He stabbed me in the bladed article. Same bladed article that some idiot punched me with in the face about 3 weeks before that. Because all you idiots are trying to do is make out to your little runners that I'm a drug addict, I'm a cokehead and all this and that. This is what you do. You make out to your runners that I'm this and that. You slander me because you want the spice trade to carry on. People are seeing now that you are now directly protecting spice trade and directly protecting scumbags in the town. Anyway, I'm going to let you get jogged on because you're a dosser. I don't need dossers involved in my page. Thank you very much. God bless. I'm still smiling. I bet you're well angry, aren't you? I bet you're like that now. And that, my friend, is a direct reflection of your consciousness and your being. Alright? You're angry. You're upset because you're operating from a malice angle, yeah? And I'm operating from love, so I can just rebut. You're shy. I can just go, whatever, mate. whatever, mate. You're gutted that I'm out in the lie. That's what you're gutted about. This is going on YouTube, this video. You know, this is it. They'll report it. They'll mass report. This is what they do. They mass report it. They've devised this new way of getting me in trouble. Is when I walk through town to shout at me if I dare react or retaliate. They're calling their guard dog. It was 702 last time, and he arrested me. He doesn't even arrest me. Doesn't read me no rights. Doesn't speak to me. Doesn't speak to me about what's going on. Just grabs me, puts cuffs on me, bundles me in a car with 3 of his colleagues, assaulting me. Assaulting me. Just assaulting me. And then they held me for 30 hours, and that's because I got threatened by the same man that's bottled me. The same man that's allowed freely to sit in town and sell spice. The same man that works for the police, that is protected by Doncaster Council and Doncaster Police. This is why they're not doing anything, because they're gonna sing. Them 2 divvies will sing to the I9s. Well, so and so put me up to it. So and so told me to do that. I've been doing this for so and so, and he told me to do that. It's not just the streets, mate. The streets are just a trickle and overspill of the 4 prisons around us that are full to the brim with spice, and just throwing addicts out every single day, just spewing addicts out into the streets of the UK on a daily basis, who then go and sit with a sleeping bag around their neck and claim that they are hard done by the council. Now let me remind you, there's the 2017 Homeless Reduction Act. If councils don't adhere to that, right, if councils do not adhere to that, then they are directly breaching it and causing these people to go and breach the Corona Act 2020. Regulation 7 it is. There's some right idiots, mate, in this town. So I'm glad that they come and comment, right, and I've blocked them now, so they can't access the comments. Idiots, man. They're idiots. Absolute idiots, mate. And they're protecting something. I'm for love, for life. I want your pensioners to keep the pensions in the pocket. I want people into rehab and detox, and I want them fit, well and healthy. So anyone that's going on about... Yeah, I'm on Telegram, mate. 1 minute. I'll send you my link. I'm going to build up my Telegram because there's no censorship on there. Whereas on here, on Facebook, on Instagram and TikTok and that is full of censorship, mate. Full of censorship. Completely full of censorship. But that's what happens, mate, when you allow dossers to take over your towns. You allow scumbags to get in power. You allow evil to run things rather than the good. The good of man. The good of man. Absolute idiots, mate. Great stuff, PM. I will, mate. I'll private message you it, mate. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to do something. I'm going to go and do some fitness. I'm going to go on a run as well. I'm going to go on a little run. I'm going to do about a 6-mile run today, I think. Boom. Have a good day.